Hello. Welcome once again to Life with YAA. Live with YAA, the author of Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. She's busy doing her sharings.
No, I have to read.
Hi.
I want to read a little bit
Okay.
from the book that you just saw. Yeah, so
Oh,
that
the Reflections for a Thirsty Soul.
yeah,
Okay.
we read a little bit and then we share to groups and then we can start.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what's a nice place to. Well, let's see. Okay. So becoming a vessel of encouragement on page 52. It says being an encourager takes a lot of courage and maturity. Encouraging others is not as difficult as it seems. It really does not take much to encourage another person. A kind word, a smile, good advice, a compliment, a thoughtful gesture all go a long way to spur others on to greater works. So that's some food for thought. So I will leave Russell, Boatima, and Amajo to dissect or chew on that. I'll be back.
Being an encourager. Amajo.
Busano.
Hi.
I have put
What
I
are
have
your
put
thoughts?
it. I think I put that on my as soon as I read it already, I went and pull up be an encourager and I've answered that already on my page.
Oh,
It's there. Yeah, don't pull
on
me down,
Facebook?
but help me.
I
Yeah.
haven't actually. Oh, yeah. I think I saw something. I haven't actually been
Yeah.
on.
So encourage me by helping me to go up, not by pulling me down, not by demeaning me or saying, not by telling me that I should stay with my cheating husband
Oh.
and
You had to go there, huh?
I know.
yeah,
She had to.
I'm sick of
I'm
it.
sure even if we ask her
By
to
telling me it's
define
not supporting
pineapple,
us in
she'll take
any
it there.
way. Thank you.
Pineapples.
Not by telling me
Yeah.
that it's the Holy Spirit that is talking to you and you just talk. It's about time when we say things and it's affecting people, we should backtrack back and say, okay, maybe my words were not right. Maybe I should have said it this way. Or maybe it's not helping the younger generations and let's divert it. Rather than saying it's the Holy Spirit, simply because the Holy Spirit is not sitting there or standing there where we can go and question. So we can just get up and when we say things, we go back and put it on the Holy Spirit. I mean, we have to stop these. It's not helping. And like I said, our own shouldn't have to be dying. Well, they are dying, and knowing very well it's not good. We still think it's okay for us to justify our doings. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right.
I don't know. Is it because we're not empathetic or what?
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
we are not. We are not empathetic in any way, and we are people that have refused to accept our mistake. We are people that are refused to take up a blame and say, okay, I think this time around, I can now see the point, the reason why people were saying that preaching didn't go well. Now I understand it. Rather than trying to justify it, I'm not just talking, and it's the Holy Spirit.
And then, why is it that we're not able to encourage each other?
We can't. We were not taught. But then, we keep saying we are not taught. But then, is it not about
Is it an excuse?
Okay, well, can we just stop the excuse already and do good for ourselves now? If there is a reason why we were not doing it, that was what, meaning we didn't know then. But I think a lot is changing now, and we are hearing things, we are seeing things, we are observing things. So
But we are in competition with everybody.
each other.
So
Yes.
yeah, that makes it hard
Oh,
for us to encourage each other because in all things and in all ways we're competing, whether it's the look status, whatever. Even the marital status is a competition.
yes. That is what is bringing our downfall.
Yes, yeah, yeah. But we forget that when we build others, we grow together. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know.
So, yes, I think I'm done.
Okay.
But we have a problem. We're not socialized to, you know, how little kids here, they get taught everything, politeness, sharing, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, somebody, their little friend looks, oh, I like that color. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
compliment each other, little things. So if a child is doing something, they know they'll go and tell the teacher, oh, so and so said this bad word to me or said this me, you know, was
Right.
unkind to me. And then they sort it, resolve it, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even in families, it's, but us, we seem to, we take pride in the harsh environment that we came from. We wear it as a badge of honor. Oh, abrochirin kola de omo ani nye den. Yen fie pa say ni say. So you are bo brim once, you are still proud. You won't say that, oh, I went through some, I think that what I went through caused me some trauma, but now I know better. I've learned and I'm trying to better myself or heal my wounds, you know, something.
Right.
But no one here, then I'm
What about
inflicting
the
more pain.
taking responsibility
Oh,
aspect too?
Era, battle babe, responsibility. Blaming is good. Blaming is very good. Who are your fault? It's your fault that I'm not doing well in life. Who am I?
Right.
You know, that's all that we do. Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe I'm
Anyway.
finished. 2 year ready, but
Well,
this
today,
conversation
yes.
we'll read more at 6:30. So
Okay.
I'm eating my popcorn, please.
That's fine.
Come to me.
That's cool. Um
You are
today we're
welcome, but you
talking
can't come here. How much all the way in any baby?
the near break and then waba
Huh?
serious serious.
A gentleman in a casa.
Tell him to stop it.
Oh, they're stressing it out.
Uncle, eh? Obi had you.
Mm,
Make can be no much da ma me to me help baby. Ana my me to nko kakro bi ama me disturb me. Omo tell
it
me kasa me
started
kasa
live
pe omo
now.
start pension stickers.
Mm,
Okay, let's put up the
okay.
banner for today. Okay.
Yeah.
So the topic is the beauty of a woman's heart being real.
Being real. So we're talking about being real today. I will read and then we'll share our thoughts
Okay.
on being real. Okay. So being real, there are times when you feel lost, dejected and sad. Your emotions are churning. Who is there to turn to? The reality is there may be no one. These days, relationships are superficial at best everywhere you go. Are we genuinely committed to caring and loving one another? I find that question hard to answer sometimes. We have become callous and cold-hearted towards each other. We cannot talk about some of these issues because sometimes we act like life has to be so perfect. Actually, it is not. We need to be real or vulnerable enough to talk about real life and real issues. I've been there, so I know what it is like. I'm writing this because some dear woman out there relates to what I am talking about and will draw some comfort from these words. Sometimes all you need is someone to ask, how are you doing? Whatever it is that you are going through, know this: there is a dependable and reliable God who never fails or falters. He is the solid rock and stands firm on his word. He knows you, for he has inscribed you on the palm of his hands. Take heart, he is watching over you. So these are the reflections. How honest are you about your feelings? Do you have anyone you're able to share your deep thoughts with. Ah, that is something. Yes, sometimes it's really hard, but I don't know. For me, when I'm going through stuff, I tend to like stay away from people. So I don't know.
How do you mean stay away from people?
Like I don't I don't want to talk about it. I don't want people asking me about it. So I don't know it, but I know that it's not because I don't want people to know that I'm going through. I don't care if you know I'm having a hard time, but I think everybody handles these times differently. But we all need somebody, though. We all do need somebody, and I do have one person at least that I share with, and they know that I wouldn't want to. Want them to be checking every time, you know. But like anyway. So relationships.
Are you allowed
Super.
to feel the feelings that from when we take it from the top, right?
Yeah.
For me, the problem that I have, especially some of these things that we are talking about, the way we were raised, it's made some of us very closed off. I'm speaking generally.
Right.
And so
Right.
I said, even if there's a problem, we don't want to say there's a problem.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't know how to handle it. We don't deal with it. And it is so the Barbara Funimu are here. You meet somebody, they are going through something, they will just talk about it and
Right.
they are free. In that time that they've talked about it, somebody will give them an opinion. It might say, oh,
Something that
okay,
might
maybe I'll
help.
go try this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like we act like everything is okay. And I want to relate it especially to, I won't even say Christian, religious environments, because those environments, some of them are very religious. Look, you can see people. You see, this is my take on it. Yeah, be before Ghana for Christopher. No. I get the sense that we think that we are so holy. I've been saying that lately. Just Bishop Ganza. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi, good to see you. We think that we are so holy until we don't even acknowledge, say, we don't want to say, problem be what. Look, I'll tell you,
Oh, yeah.
I've been in an environment where you see people. You are in an environment with people, but you can't put your finger on it. But everything seems too perfect. People act like everything is so perfect. And then it's not that me, the way I am, like I was saying it on some live that when I started searching years ago, after my father died, even some lady in a church, that time, let me call Abrofa, so I catch him say, you've been seeking, but now me call library, I was reading this, simple psychology, personal interrelationships, human psychology, this, that, just to understand human beings.
Right.
Till I came back to God, I found the Bible. I'm like, oh, people were writing about it. So I started reading those books. Like somebody would say in my mind, I'll be thinking, I'm saying, we are here. It seems like we are not being real with each other. Everything seems so funny. When is it going to unravel? And it did.
It
It
always
started
does.
because Obiaya to say the Biya perfect. Now warrior to say or no dear say or no dear say. And I'm saying we don't talk. We don't open up and talk. When you go and open up, then they look at you and say, oh no now, or what this problem. But we all have that problem.
True.
It makes people shy away from being real. Oh, and when I make us say the one person, it's not young for no. Sadly, no, because of how we are, no, we are letting people suffer in silence, and you don't know where the suffering is taking people. Because who knew be on in the you said you have the one person, me, I have the one person that I can tell everything.
Yeah.
And I don't like because young for your casa, we don't know. There's a statement that I use, I love it. I said, our people, we don't have the capacity to handle what people share with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
When
why.
you said, the religious settings,
Yes.
my mind went to the fact that they make you feel like when you're going through something, you must have committed a sin
Yes.
to be going through something.
Yes.
And that's why people don't talk about it, because they know maybe they haven't done anything, but once they let others know that they're going through something, then they must have sinned, which is,
Yeah, you don't pray enough. You are not holy
yes,
enough. That's why you have problems. The baby I actually we about sorry 7 days a week. Hey Baba, ya kekamu. Oh, the one memo. No, you didn't get the memo. Why are you suffering? You are not praying enough to God. Near Jajo. Yeah.
I also think, sir, the only reason why people wouldn't talk that much and that's a would share their problem is, if if you're facing any trouble, could go and talk to your pastor, and the pastors, majority of them have disappointed people one way or the other. So people do not find the pastors as a confidant anymore. So they just have to shut it up. Me, on the other hand, I am not a problem sharing type, but I am, oh, it happened to me type. Meaning I wait after I find whatever it is that is happening to me is down, and later on I want to talk about it. I find more relief if I'm sharing it after I've passed through whatever it is that I'm going through. So I'm also those type. I don't know, even if the going become harder, I tell my friends. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I do that, but that is not because I'm not comfortable enough to share it with them or whatsoever. But I am also that kind of a person. Like I said, all my life, all I had was my dad. And when my dad wasn't, I didn't have, my auntie wasn't really my confounder, because my auntie my auntie find me to be discussing. My auntie discussed much with me. I think she was doing it to pave a way for me to do that. But me, on the other hand, I just listen. I just listen to her, listen to her, listen to her. But me going to her, and here's the case, I wasn't with her anymore in Canada. I think, should I got a chance to maybe got married in Ghana and something was going on, or maybe in any relationship, I would have been more comfortable telling her. But I ended up traveling and I wasn't there. So, but I've been that kind of a person when the going became tough. Like I said, I talk into the air, I cry it over on the road, I come home and then I'll sleep, I'll sleep it off and see how I will face it. But once it's over and it's done with, maybe later on I will discuss that with a friend. So it all depends on who you have and who you think you can confide in. Some people are okay sharing whatever it is, even though they know people will take it out and go talk about it. So if you have that kind of a spirit where you can just talk, knowing very well, even though I'm telling her, she will not give me anything, but I just have to say it. If you are those type, then you are lucky and it's good. It's good anyway. Yeah.
Now, I'm a Josie, a back can't crap if they'll go and say it, Pona, they won't add Tekunis and
say it just
whatever
as
to
you
it,
said it.
but the way they'll twist it, and
Yeah,
it's not very good. And
yeah.
sometimes to these people, the people that you share with, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are people that you probably feel like, I wish I hadn't shared such and such with them, because they don't honor it, or they don't regard it, or sometimes you find it hard to think that people that you think you trusted, they had a very bad perception of you as a person. And these are people, especially when these are people in authority. Like
Right.
I'd said before, that the same thing that that person was trying to accuse you of doing it, they did it and worse. We are so judgmental, we're so
Too
judgmental. We
much.
come and judge the person. Oh no, yes, say no, can't say. It is, yeah. I say yes. There's no Jonathans out there anymore. No, they'll crucify you, or you think somebody is your friend, so you shared something. In those days, a person was naive. Now I learned sense. I keep my stuff to myself. Said, you are just saying something to somebody. Every time you say to them, they in their immaturity, they'll come and say, "Oh, as for me, my husband this. I feel I had to look at her one day and say, I'm not talking about your husband. I thought you were a friend and I was sharing something. Excuse me to say, like we
Too
are,
much.
It's not, you know
Always
something?
comparing and
Yeah, you have to be
competing. Like,
somebody that somebody can come and talk to you. They feel comfortable talking to. Sometimes if somebody is talking, they don't even want you to say anything. You just you even listening and
they're
nodding and
just
whatever
venting.
is
Yeah.
good enough for them.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if you are very close, even when you are done, they can say, "Oh, do you have anything to say to me?" But if they don't
Right.
even ask any following questions, you know that they just wanted to talk, talk it out and just get it off their chest, you know.
Oh, yeah. When Bishop wrote the Jonathan's, I
Mm,
was watching this Navy SEAL documentary,
mm,
and it was amazing how these people think.
mm,
They said they don't fear dying; they
mhm,
fear not being able to protect their brother
mm,
instead.
hmm,
So it's no wonder they excel so much. You
mhm.
know, if only we could learn something like that. But I don't know. But I'm thinking, so this may be one of the reasons why women in abusive relationships are not able to come out to say um talk to anybody. Like,
No.
is it
Yeah,
the
As
lack
for
of
them,
trust
no,
yeah.
or the
I'm a
yes?
job
no.
me bo.
Mm.
As same way I walk off yabai. Look at us and the way that people, this culture has trained us women to hold this our like badge of honor. You cook because you are
Mm.
Mrs.
Hmm.
Obadia. When you nyam our and so near warrior, like really? How do you approach people when they're, especially these churches where the pastors will tell you something, go and sit back and go and submit, condemn you because maybe it's something you are not doing right.
Right.
You see?
They come back and say the Holy Spirit is talking to them. They just
Yeah.
they just
How
stop.
much go? When the
I
Holy
said
Spirit, when
I
you're
said
imagining
this
her,
issue.
how much
I'm
go
a
your part
buffer.
why? Oh dear. The part why? Oh yeah. No, seriously. Like how I don't know. Because at the end of it, what is it? What is our problem exactly? At the end, you can't tell people the truth of how.
We will keep harming on to the fact that we refuse to accept our faults, our mistakes, our
Mhm,
doings, and always have to find a way to blame it or something. That
mm,
is killing us, and we just have to stop. Until we
mm,
stop, may say we are branching and that's the way the 13 from 13 to 2025 to 40 what Ghana to see no.
mhm.
May say see a year when you not be good ne ye cafe a year mentally research on them. Make us a baby now all is in their mind right now is either lie,
Hello,
insult,
Awo.
We're waiting for you, Awo.
You out there
it's
from
lies,
the line by we are from the line by line.
Okay.
it
Mhm.
it
Mhm,
it's lies, insult, insulting and blaming games because that's what they see everybody around them doing. Okay, I'm in a
Amajo.
relationship and I come
Hmm.
to church and all I hear is my pastor is telling me, let me tell you, forgive your cheating husband, pamper him and make sweet
Hello, Pastor
love
P.
to
Welcome.
him, and that is why he's gonna stay. Okay, if you tell me
Mhm,
this, if I go, what do you expect? What do you expect? I'm not blaming our sisters that stayed anymore. The pastors are saying, it's all about mema. Udu fia buukunu febuoma ukunu oba de hwefie oba ne hodu fie. It's all the women that hold
I was
homes
your Joe, so
because
your
it is
child.
two people in it all
Ciao,
Welcome.
together.
Awo.
Huh? So if I hear all this, so just better we stay there and die. And then if they are dying, and we are saying these words are what is making them die, then we have to come back and say, I don't just talk. No, you be women attacking me.
Hey, it's
I'm not
back
the
to
one
the Holy
talking. It's
Spirit too.
Mary
Amajo.
talking.
Amajo.
Okay.
Amajo. Hang on, hold your horses tight. Today Tuesday night come why I'm talking about a dimple. Honesty versus katasumu mwasunti they come.
Ah,
Hey, the favorite
What's up me
Katasumi
wasem?
was it?
Akaya hododo.
Oh, okay. So there are times when you feel lost, dejected, and sad. Your emotions are churning. Who is there to turn to? So who should we turn to? I
Now
think
why are your emotions
Dada
churning? Aren't you
Redo.
supposed to be perfect? How? Do we acknowledge the feelings, Po? Amajo, why can't you forgive? Amajo, Pastor
And she's laughing at you.
I want.
I said she won't.
I won't. Because my cheating husband will not forgive me if I cheat.
Yes.
So
that one is an abomination.
Yes, so why would I? Why should I? And we wouldn't talk about this. What generation are we bringing up anyway? And who are those that are listening to us anyway?
I wasn't. If you say that, I will bury you and write gone too soon. I am not correct.
Oh,
it's
yes.
true.
Oh, yes. Enough of all this. Holy Spirit. Yeah, we see it's okay for you to just come. And I blame those FM station and radio station that are giving people such platform for them to come and just
talk. Hello,
and
Mrs.
when things happen,
welcome.
When things happen, they still think it's okay for them to go sit there and blaming it on Holy Spirit. That is because they are not just having it, Holy Spirit.
How many times I walk on Holy Spirit every
hey.
I am tired.
No, I think that our standard of success too, because some are afraid of failure. We think that when we're having those feelings, it means that we have failed. Right?
Okay.
So how we assess success and failure?
Sister, before we go to success and failure, the questions I've been asking myself that I haven't stopped asking was our sister, our beautiful sister who passed away, who was killed brutally, right? My question is, how come is she trying to tell me she didn't have, because I know her parents were there in the US, her dad, brothers were there, okay? But the question I kept asking myself, she didn't have, she completed a college in the US. So definitely they are friends. But I kept asking, she couldn't run away to any friend. She couldn't just take a trip.
Hello, sis. Welcome.
Just the way you Auntie, still we are near a commercial break now.
Okay.
She couldn't ask. She couldn't ask anybody.
Hello, Missy.
She couldn't take a trip to anybody. Please go ahead. My boy is here again.
Oh, there. Okay, let's go on it. Yeah.
Okay, you're called commercial.
Wow.
However,
when I finish,
today she's fighting with it.
Will not make it. When I finish.
So the book is
When
Reflections for a Thirsty Soul.
Thank you.
You can find it in Amazon,
That's not good.
Prison Press, and Barnes and Nobles and Google Books. So earlier on, we had read a paragraph on encouragement. So I'll just read another one. Encouragement should be easy among the body of believers, especially one will think. Alas, and sadly, it is not always so. Why? It is because people who appear to be spirit-filled may react carnally when others seem to be forging ahead in life. Envy in the body is a sorry sight to behold. Envy, you see, can stop us from encouraging others. Our flesh screams out, why should I lift you up when you appear to be doing better than I am? It seems to tie in with what we're talking about, doesn't it?
It does.
Anyway,
absolutely.
Let's carry on.
Absolutely.
Welcome,
and this one gets to me because you know what? That is the reason why our community, our society is not doing well when somebody is in an abusive relationship. Because somebody will tell you, when one will say, baby, I mean, no free airban. I say, ye grooming kwalano, a man, ye chere man said ye be worry, but ye chere men know how to actually draw with their wives.
Thank you.
Or Bema or Babu Jamaya is a big deal. But Bema Bue Jamina or complain, I say, waiting na wokasa ho. That is why you find people like Osof Mame Charlotte Drew Becca say ni kunu bo adwamanya o nyaa ne ma no. The day I heard that from his mouth, I knew say ebi our pastor for abo atwa adwaman mu fomfram. Why would I say that? Oh yes. A pastor for ebia ye can ni kunu abo adwaman so many times. And in a way he's telling the church members no ni kunu bo adwaman say me nyaa ne ma. Papa na disrespect no. Bibi ikoso, it is not good. And opese we uti sa asaf we mu na oka kire o say ukuna kobo adwaman na di nisuo kwa kamia kwa akoye so obeka kire o say what is wrong with that? I mean, it is all right. It is okay for chauvinistic men to actually have sex, open their zip, go under every skirt. It is all right. But it is not all right when a woman does something. I'm not promoting say it was a Maya, but the American say yes, the marriage bed is honorable. For that matter, we need to honor it. Do you know what it means? It means that as a man, as a head of the home, what your edge around the family, you should not be opening your zip. Because the moment you do that, my respect for you as the head of the CEO, your respect, I decided your one was secretary, oh yes, a director, managing director. Why do you think it is all right? You are in a place of authority, opening yourself up. Will be a zip. Oh yeah, and friendly massam, and you still want to have a respect? No. It is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And let me tell you, Ansana Oba can confidently talk like we are talking, unless Obani him the way. Mami Misa say, Yamudu was saying, any free African homes, Ghanaian homes, that our parents taught us otherwise. Yenya ye gusu in Nara. Say ye quiet background, baby ye free bar, yama menum. It is okay, said ye ma Charlotte Kasana na yankro for Kasa. Unless you want to change the narrative, unless you want kasa drum pempen so wa brabo mu a what me you say I am worth to actually stand up for myself. I can bring something on the table. But baby I free ban o hiam obi kura timi ma ne ba wade be 19 years akola ne de enu ni mu akọ. He doesn't have a career, only qualification, bia, only sheni and nama sikani. Sikani, what you so yen she, or when you seek into your pen and what ye. That is what our community as a say, what the no comma dickness be our no, ne mabens, your debate at 6 and 90 and 22 years when you are dear, that Yamao car, oh, what is sikani. Do you think say you have empathy for what's them nowadays?
No.
Do you think say obehu mobo atwase baby a wufri ba no be ka kire say wanya crown onkrofo e pa wade nyame aye wadom no wanya wade a eye saa ne de tetete nsode mu enya nsode nko a ba culture na me ne umi enu fri ba no na saa na tebea na tie ohianti na ebi mutime de won makrasi asiwa. A bribi that has gone on for a very long time, but generation B must rise up and say, this is no, we are not accepting that. How would you do that? Unless say, menu will be enu, san semia ye keken, and Yamaya Yakikan say, and Kayagana for young community, no, best start advocating for that. We will start, and Kaye Kenan Kanipeguso, or for one would disan Yaman who. For no bebre no kura entie saa asemi a ye ken because until wase the wo kan until ase that is what generation after heard that ne maame yes and obi yes and then ameka se si anameka e wo ayi sika platform so obi a wabet na America be 30 years na ni kuru ti mebro no twe na se wo party ase. When I was listening me video na me the best send them na minim obi a obetumi ahwe saa video na onsu papa na tinya bro na ma ode ayi na de ehye nachi sister no na de ehye nachi
awo ka
bro no ama ho maame ya ye ken owo apata wo ye kasa obi wo store e wa asafo a na che say he's a well-to-do woman, he's a beautiful woman. Na me hwe maame na mbisa se de na maame wo ji me kunu ye be makura ka se atay maame aday Asamba ko kan ya e ma me kunu jaade ne hwekra ne se owo America
welcome
and na wakosie
Hey.
o ti America Virginia
Oh, wow.
America
I know to tell my hey.
oh
hello
onu anu mu asem yeti
welcome
onu anu mu asem yeti me bro no no asa ko redro case no because of penikunu nya de ate se de Auntie Charlotte ka no enti ebisa nkyerɛkyerɛ ni bi akɔ n'adwene mu odofo se ube hu nyame ya na wunye jimifuo ube hu nyame na be ma disrespect wa and na ho in the name of say me nyaane mu obi amefa sister wo pɛ wo anko hwe obi adegya mu obe ma wo pɛ wo no sebe oho atete kora wo pɛ and now listen, you cannot force a man to love you unto me force so because of my patient e wo so or your counselor bisa no obema ye na adwene se wo mpe oba bi mu a no matter how spirit filled you are una atime ko sunsun ase ekopie nyame ani ba na be ma ne se wo mpe wo bi mu a sister wo pa ya acrobatic style
our table na bubu
wo pa ya acrobatic style she kung fu style bi a wunu bia be the most porn sex dancer brand ne se wo mpe she ayi Victoria limited edition wo mpe for perfume a limited edition wo mpe but the bema so wo pe wa wo de ma ho nyefi ebi wo hɔ a da bi wo hɔ anu aduane ukura ati mo so ho fifire but he cannot let go of you. I mean baby I we fe bia mo nsa brand twitwa wana mu sister who free share Victoria Secret tall designer dress ye fie hɔ mo bi wo hɔ a credit card ka egu mo so lingerie o se mo ka na sen mo ko na sen kana na
Lingerie.
Lingerie o se hwan lingerie is Scotland for best lingerie what be to limited edition Victoria Secret bisa ho se papa na ya wo hwe a won hwe obi nso hwe obosho ogolobo obi hwe a pillowcase pillowcase what do we have pillowcase panty bola no bola no olom ka no so brand any sister no ho say is this not sad? Is this one not sad? Ebi ma to talk us ema dem many wo ka say wo shopping of Huba ana say wo fa tram ana nso ta wa fa atoka ma be mo no kwa adwuma no akofa public bus.
Be good to yourself.
And so brand of a girlfriend now wanting who giant sister. What kind of disrespect will make you sit there and consider pain in the name of some tons? Oba tons now but unti well some movie or my debate 30 she am answer the money system until ya for that. Ebusuti ni kunu hu awo so opeso ye 16. Does that not tell you something? Mami a wedding sister plus ye otomo nchen answer on young girls here pay. Are you not afraid? Are you people not afraid? For Bible hata whatever na Bible ni ma wunyimi na ya ho basa be gina ho say ai me nyaa na chemfo yare ba mu utiri ho bo uti se no na aba so bo uti na gina agimigimi ho. I am sorry, but this one somebody need to say it. Ye be hu nyame a ye nya tete kwafo debi obi be hu nyame mu a e ma se wa adwene mu do na ama wo kasa wo kan nyame adwene kire na manfo enye nipa ene ma yo mu ye hwe nyame meet everybody at a different point in his need. Obi wo ho na biribi a wo ye mu na nyame afre no wo mu e na wo se are you telling me say Joyce Meyer to siesie no hu ma nyame no ni nyame som enso nyame ani ana? Are you people telling me say so ankrofo no mo nko heaven ana? Adan Africa for mu nyame som ye
holy enough. Address the door holy.
Adan Wahu na mo decide humanistic ideology ni say obi ya ne ho kama obi do ne ho a nyame mpe no hwe me Friday ni mansua hwe ya nyame fra e wo season bi a wo fra nipa wahu nyame fra wa fra no he has called you for certain people. You are not for everyone. From day one I'm about social media and I'm catching nkrofo say me nyame a wo fra me no I am not for everyone. And you won't be masem yes I am opinionated. I am sure say my kind of Christianity I will not go for everybody. Why? Because me come adwene and am said me come adwene sa na me ko nyame nkronkron ani mu am come adwene papa some women tiasie oba me dem wana se me nyame nkronkron kasa wan hwe ya be kasa. But you know what, I feel easy at this present. Why? Because sa na nyame wo hia me. Know God for yourself, because as of my me for no hwan no what won't correct say o e be correct sir. I'm sorry, but this one, I am a yourself of my patient also, but on him say, and yeah, for any other reason, and for the right reason why I'm saying that some of them are already damaged. And they are calling themselves also from Army for and what's that life and that oh person or child will say no nyamin ti wo mu oti no no mu stand wo no and massa de ne na da wo it is said also of my patient here no hu or ye no hu nti wo person or child of my patient see nyamin ti na da wo person or child say nyamin ti na eya mo nya de say wo mo nya de say na mo nyamesom ye den so nyame anka no sa nyame anka no so wo ha na wo your ba na wo nyi wo hu ntumu a ma menka ntro ohima Esther onyanko ohine nim no na hwemra emredodo a yedi siesie no ho ansa na ohu ohine. What does that tell you? It means that na tete kwa no wofa na odi na chi no ya tete kwa no they were grooming her to become very desirable woman. The kind of book of Esther, what it tells me say even a skin tone yes sheda almost sheda siesie abayo no. Let me tell you one thing I was ever gonna say oh yeah, often I would do the warfare. It means that how ragged he appear in the king's palace. Now we see you know. And to Virginia media, over for him, no, at all, it was set in my reflect. And now, who now will be the plankers, some why who Kusubasan and let's say, who soon Yami see you. And I saw I didn't be now more decision, my well between I or Coboy Gamat now, Yebekun, sister. Ukuna ko boy dwama wo so kura no your friend is saying awade no wo fa fi ma table so the buro be ku sa wo so ni ba bia akọ ya setna ho you will die and I'll right gone too soon. Oh, I'm sorry. Condolence tanya man metro. After that, what else? You gone. You are gone and life goes on. Guess what? That man you didn't go to my 10 years you be you know obenya wo ba fufuro bi nso akwakoda na chi let us be very sympathetic when somebody comes and he says, listen, may I've made this declaration and I'm saying it again. If you are here, you are my friend. The who say your bow. Now when you push a space, me I'm a free police amount. Police ba. Now we can say your more what ya. There be it. Nyame or what's wrong? Enim say my yami famudi. And now say me who say we kuno bro. Me I'm a free police amount kuno. Oh dear, after no pound for madam for him. And you know what? Oh yes, I've said this several times. And you know one funny thing, I've realized that people have blocked themselves from my inbox, and I say thank God because I cannot be hypocrite. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want him be. Girl now where we know. I am crofobebreya because people reach out to help the girl. But guess what? Yeah, baby kuno hine. Lolo yere. Angna for kramo kind of saying. Mrs. Russell. Obi your hine yira mo kind of saying why gbemu.
Minimo.
Wow, Auntie, Obi your hene you kind of say why gbemu.
You either you become Mama Gan or whatever.
Wapa Mama Ga. Wapa Mama Ga. Or hene yere. Why yere. Sister. Or hene yere no one say Anto na papa no. Wo kuntam. Na my girlfriend ababa your hene yere togbe yere. It is sad. It is really sad. And one doctor in his house or take a UK, the cost to be an anemia ban frebona manie. What won't say and tokwane ko police. No akura akoyi tokwane free ho. Is this not sad? Adia way enyama homete. Enti Barbara wu yen Ghana fo ansua nyanse bia. Barbara ewu yen mo ansua hwe. Oh, say you see, asam ne ba ni akeka ne saa ni eja ne saa. I am asking you, women and their ben agenda no. Na dwuma ne sen. Na dwuma ene sen. Na dwuma ene sen mo nyina so maba brochira be Bible schools. What who say because they have add value to their life no. One no one ko wade obi a obebro no. ya ni ye kan we ya na ye bi mu say ye ha wom abusua mama fancy ya na bia no obi will be come who source of mama patient
Pastor
abetro
P. Pastor P, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry.
For this
Yeah.
topic.
So are we talking about the abuse or reading the book now?
Well, today it's about being real and yeah, people not being able to say how they really feel, whatever it may be, for fear or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes. What I would say about that is that a lot of people live fake life. No one is real to them. Most of the people are not real to themselves. They live a fake life. They are embodied in somebody's shadow, somebody's soul. So the life that they are living, they are not living for themselves. They live the way maybe the society wants them to live and believe, what the family wants them to live and believe, the church wants them to live and believe. And then where they are, their environment, the society they are in, like the city, whatever country they are in. And so most of the people are not living them. They are not living themselves. So if you are not living yourself, you can never be real. So you always live a fake life. And when you live a fake life, it's going to hurt you. You will never be satisfied.
Right.
That is the reason I will say something, and I was really, really happy that she said that. She said most of the so-called pastors' wives, pastors are broken, men and women.
Right.
They are broken, and it is very, very true. When we talk to, I can say maybe, I'm trying, I don't want to get wrong, but maybe if you let me take percentage, 100% of the pastors I have spoken to or with them, 99.9% are broken. And because they are broken and they try to cover their brokenness. Even pastors are broken and covering it. Where about those people out there? So broken and covering it and pretending to live that they are okay, they're enjoying life, they're things like that. It's not. When you are real, people will not like you.
So you have to be ready for that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
When you are real, people will not like you. They will say a lot of things about you. You are too pride. You are too this. You are too this. You're too arrogant. People that they know themselves. People that they value themselves. People that they are real. They say it as it is. And sometimes the reason why most pastors, especially, they are broken, but they cover it, is that they want to live for people. They want to live for people, but not who they are, or what they're supposed to live. And so because they are living a fake life, they teach fake teachings.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Meraba.
They mislead people. That is what they do. Because even the message that the Lord has given to them, they are not preaching that message. They preach so people will like them. They preach what people want to hear. That's what the Bible says, that in the end days, people will preach what people want to hear. So everybody is talking about be humble, so, and marriage. When I was speaking, I was like, where my mother and my father cry, free. Because in my home, no, we never heard these things. You say, oh, bad, yeah, man, when you eight, I never heard any said my mother or my father will say, oh, bad, yes, I saw bro, once a man, my dad will tell you, my girls, and not even my girls, my precious girls. That's what my dad will tell you. The way my dad will pamper and say things about the girls, no plan will push you for about almost everybody knew my dad. They said, "Mama, pa, dear papa, where dear, to be worrying about you have to bring a Santa Hinachiame, and Chromu Hinachiam, on young Chromu in a crowd on September. Oh, fast work, I see on my GD, I can see a pa, and I don't first time, second time, my dad will never say yes the first time you can. So, the who bow is saying, I said, just a woo before I know Marco. Then I could say what she baby a woofre ukrum, una nana nebi or balkron open. Papa will just know that. Una nebu are saying the first one. Oh, Papa are saying, oh, no, are saying, or treaty mass and Papa Beshin to know before and sana, or who say, we'll from generation to generation, they are clean. Answer. Now, when if I know balance, my dad is a psychologist, he is everything, educationist and everything. So he will study and also moves with, kings in the other. And, and being an advisor for, big people. My dad will even look at the way you are talking. So, baby, and so my dad will instill this in us that, being a woman, everything a man can do, you can also do. Being a woman does not mean say and my dad will tell you marriage is nothing. We will not go to heaven with marriage. What you go to heaven with is what you came on this earth to do, and you protecting yourself and your mind. So don't allow anyone to belittle you, to take over you. Now, one thing I've known is that the reason why these people are saying marriage, and they say, I walk on, and I mean, be free. You see, the area singing, say, our area is life, it's our life. Our area is our living. And so if you don't get into marriage, that means you are not a human being. They don't respect you. You are not part of us. You because don't worry. Abusia will regard you differently. They will treat you differently. Society will treat you differently if you are not married. Imagine say don't worry, and they will treat her differently. They will come and serve, they will come on the table as, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Then I'm ready here for Fabro. The last person they will ask is the one who is single. Because society don't regard you as a single person. And it has been a dear. That is the reason why those people now, gullible, no, or papa, again say our area should be everything, even if you are being abused in your marriage and you need to stay in there. Whatever, because it is your life.
God hates divorce, Pastor P.
It is your life and it is your being. Without marriage, you cannot breathe. Without marriage, you cannot eat. Without marriage, you cannot go to the bathroom. Without marriage, you cannot work. Without marriage, you cannot even walk. So why don't you? Why do you?
Very true.
That is how I see it. Because that's how they think that without marriage, there's nothing you can do. You are useless. You are worthless. You have no value. That is what people have placed value on marriage. That is why that woman can have the audacity. That's, to say that if your husband cheats on you, stay also then. Stay.
Pamper.
Another girl that will also going around. Another girl also started baby. Why? Because ukunu is the crown of you. And as I say, ukunu na de ukunu be ye biano o panichow ukunu ye bone so panichow to say exactly like what Charlotte was saying. Egu obi awa de that day nipa cross send me the video. I have the video no me kwa ko boy tie bi because me bufu pa ama oni ni kunu ni ne kon den wo ho say ha o see ya kan say if you are rude to your husband, we need coverage BIA else. Now the way he was saying it, he could have said it better. What about the man? When you are saying preaching like this, can both sides in it, o kan ba akwa na pahia bebre si okogo bia wade si amekan wade yegu yasesa ne niam egu abonten.
Oh.
Yasesa egu abonten oti hotel. Yes. And you look at this, you are trying to preach, but you have destroyed somebody's home with your little 5 minutes video, stupid video that you did. Why didn't you say both sides? Say, our dear, we have to respect each other. Why? Bible says, very much. Or we in no crown, but man go come baby after was a bear man no crown.
Yeah.
I've done it on Tinipa Crown de Bremeno, and I'm saying this is wrong. It's the opposite the lady is saying because they want to pretend. Let me tell those people, Paco or how Amani at a thing. Into a moment, they want their husband to hear say, Omuna can't the papa into any cruna don't know, but Nikunu Muni Bakokra say, into a moment fake. Omo betena hwa de omo kan nyina ni say yes obade say no onu ni fie ejada ho ejada ho and odi abetena ho no wokasa. And so this person saying that you could have said oba ne bere ma wade, we have to respect each other if we want a harmonious home. We have to, we are coverage on only one ye nyina oba ya coverage man kunu oba ma so ya coverage man ye once more one union mo ye ba ko. Do you mean I say oba ukunu ne kata was so disrespect ukuna you ni any monyam any bima you got to tell me monyam. The girl went very deep. The glory glory flew so. Are you Holy Spirit to tell me the glory of the glory of the Lord that no can glory once?
Hey, what are they?
Pastor P.
Yes,
Pastor P.
Yes,
Me pacho we de me nchawa no but me be ka asem bi me be shake table bi wa ha. The community and the society where we come from. No, ama awari akwa say a achievement.
True.
As a matter of fact, they even think marriage is more achievement than a school certificate.
Now we imagine
having academic achievement. People think say when you marry, you are better off than the person who is achieving academically.
Yes.
It is about time we tell our girls if we can change the narrative and maybe a chamua na yem papamu oba eko school growth make us say oba ni nyai. One will say the entia eniema we mu nyina cost on say enkan no emri bi atwa mu no ana titi bi na ye mamma yiwa kura enko school se na mu no e ma kakra bi open ma akọ university a we memma 20 and I'm talking about even the 80s na ni ma send the university certificates in the 80s. 80s yeah.
Mrs. Tamabu PhD crampo.
Yes, and it's because your father is an educationist.
The whole area, whole United was just my sister pet.
That's that time, no, your father, because your father has have an adventure and have an opportunity to be an educationist, and he understands the importance of education.
All my answers,
the generation he's coming from is different.
My grandfather.
One said the Biana make about nature versus nurture now. Baby, Biana make a free no. And your foundation, no. Grandfather was an educationist, and and so I go to school. Into a what definitely he will pass it on. Now, before be to send me, and now make one of my sad stories. This is my father, and one who realizes say you can't blame him because that was what he was taught. Osi so no saa time na kwafo ye hwe wo fa asefo ansa no abehwe ono ankasa kwoti ya no bawu wo hu abrabu semu yi e kwacha ne sister ma. Oh, I'm sorry. I am and now the beast, but that is the sad reality of life.
That's true.
That is the sad reality of life. And next koni bia wo hwa me wi an beto kwafo afeed bi mu. Koni bia wo hwa wo hwe me a, and now we are changing the narrative. And through these conversations, this open conversations like this, that is when people pick something from it.
Yeah.
Osi so no. And I'm the sister so and oba ankran. and the sister now what ya babigu. The sister now what ya na good automatic was so shane ba. Saa time na kwa fuomo de omo wafa asefo wo hwe wafa asefo wie ansa no abehwe wo ma bisa me sa den. The ideology is koni eba no omo adwudu wo mutirim say kwofo omo wo a nkwala no koma me fie. Aha na wafa asefo mom.
It's not just for too. Just like that.
Na wafa asefo mom na ekipu edin no na afa nso japade ne tena efie. Enti yedi kan hwe wafa asefo ansa ne ahwe emma. Na tie this sad story. This is my father who was able to send the sisters emma bear 5. Minimum 5. Me papa. Mani fie de odi omo bear bruchire. Saa time na German na aba so de omo ko German ni ade. Won wan kasa ne kote ano ba wan fa bi ama bruchire da. Asem wo nya awreho. Now, no wafa ase penny na ye de ne bear bruchire no. Saa time na ye waka anadwi. This is the second time I'm saying this. Now me sure say a lot of elderly people now in the almost 90s ni 80s no no more me papa similar situations no can associate with what I'm saying. They've made that tremendous mistake and it has cost them. And this the kind of society I breed, there's some of this cultural barriers, hypocrisy kind of culture. And ye di jimi ye ho na costing enti de wanya exposure no ana wanya hunuhu bi enya suahunu bi te se de ye hunu ya ye ka ho asem yi ebi betumi ato wo betumi find yourself in that situation. And this is the sad story about that. Na ye nyinyi ye no ye tetete ye papa ncha na wo fa asefo no body bi ba brochire. As time goes on no PNDC aban betu me papa mo like me papa adwuma say ye chechire omo ne ade no na ode ne wafa asefo be nan ya ba bruchiri ba ko odi kan ba ya wafefe no saa time na telephone no so abrantie no ye audio egu cassette so de bra me papa say wote me papa nchen no na me papa ma ne to ade nti wa bra me papa ayon na wa bra ne tawo what say what free walk. Na just say ye buy the 90s. Na ye buy your 90s mu hwe nkwase asem ati sei. Na se we nya feel saa time me papa ensi ni dada mu biem. Me papa ni anyi biem because he invested everything when he was asifo mu thinking say wo mu gina baby a. And that was how the trend was like. Enti ye ken obi beka say won temase one of the videos we did, and na me kasa we are better call for platform biso. One woman called me, was me ba one mama su papa because me kuna yejuma. Na the idea na say me kunu bank line sister penny na de na ba ye. And automatically was here share sister penny na ma thinking said they could help us to also raise ours. Only to find out say in the 90s no after na ni penny biye. Enti akwa say it's your family, your nuclear family first. Rollins aban ba so a ye change PNDC law ne hwan na fe ani bie ba. Na manfo etutu kwan no. Na fe they've changed the narrative. That hey, if you are being caught up to say they make me papa story be ene ya. E de na ya who say what to mo dwe mu di obi akosukuu. Na wan kasa wo ma. One to when you answer one.
Hello, Mamle.
And next time, Papa, I could even afford everything for my father to eat or whatever. Me too, quite and ultimately, imagine say, I have to do everything for my father to know, say, it was worth it to say, I got a little education. And guess what? And you know, it is a man whom somebody I didn't know from anywhere. And planting I'm coaching with you. Now, me sure said, my papa no. And then the my homework, na papa na tiano. And I'm yes, this is the prototype of husband I want to marry. And the man mentored me. And that this is the second time I'm saying this. Your child is already damaged. Papa dia sheni tirimu say, eya wade na bema wadi yi. Sa na aka kira akwala no. Enti me say honestly, if you ask me, my first marriage, for the fact to say, and I was desperate to move out of my stepmother's crouches. Me say me free. Ateti ana me free. Munti me ware ntem.
Yeah.
Guess what? It was a wrong move. It was a wrong move. It wasn't matured, sir. Abrante na me ko ware no. Ono nso efri sikam na adwen ni fie sa. And common something as easy as a wo anem ma yetimi my relationship ne say it took me to another side. Dia na me pese me kire wa ha say no. Sa na na ye society ne tie. Enti akola bi efri that kind of background na. The only option is say oware a obe free sa adeban ni mu. Obe free sa atiti ni mu. Okom ni mu, ohia ni mu, biribi mu. He thinks say marriage is an achievement because sa na ye di ahye ni tiri mu. Ne papa di ni ko school ni nyina wo do form 5 or pentam so obe wie form 5 ni aye na ifro.
Yeah.
So
And it's
almost
only
like what you're
those-
saying now, most people are damaged by the society.
Yes, they are damaged by culture. They are damaged by society because that say in society, no, I feel say marriage a achievement. Guess what? Every mother wants a daughter to marry,
Right.
whether he's mentally prepared or not. The only man say yeah, be waro. One chire on chire what it entails. And let me tell you, yeah, about fakeism, yeah, fake, you know. Ya wo fo ne di kan fake ye. Ya wo fo ne mu bia tena wade ho 30 years. Awade ye ne. But guess what? Okọ back a ye beka se wa faili enti ote ho awade ye ne nye. What a compound house so me city me bro na yire ya. Omote 1 bedroom. Chamber and hall, one kwala for a dra homachi ana maame ni ye he into the bad boy now all raising no. I feel says the obu oba. It is all right. Near ka foundation asem wa ha. Those times, you know, you will be lucky. You pack a crabby and a bungalow. Those times, you pack a crabby and they come from a home where the parents are well educated. Because a papa is educated, crana and a year no, a tibon costume in a year and shut down coscu and for school. Me can what the woman who I am shaking some tables. Ain't yeah, can I come about? Well, ain't it sad power? What did it now broach 30 years of crana say when Tiem Komobi say, I'm money near man who store. And yet you name would him. And as I and one obeying party a maneba. Into a better Germany, we bear the 16 years. Oh, I didn't tell now on Taman, I bet you say free what the sound was Yaki Canasa, not the shed banana dream. Enti Kolani be our Germany, Italy, France, near the other, Kita German, Italian passport for one. They don't even have a profession. Only profession, where the 18 or you're born 1, where the 21 or you're born 2. So what you say? And that the system is also such that you say or you're single parent and no nestica. Enti ba me ne bre ne na yi nyina e da ne ba ne so. Wo be wade ne bayi, me makoje awade bi a. Eniama papa ne kiro so obeje ne wie ye na 20,000 pounds. Ye kwosere papa ne ntoso won ntoso won no say me kasa me de 20,000 pounds ansa na wade me ba no nte ase na emu me bo ne ka 20,000 pounds apa be fa me ba no. Indirectly, ya meka no ne ba ne nkrata na oton. Ye banning crata and a water, ye come and be otis one do 15,000. Sister, sa what ye we, o backo sa what ye we, ya torn 15,000. I said the end of Branty and a I'm asking all of us. Me go swam and woody in common aqualane catcher me say, Auntie 15,000, me cry me ye juma boabe manamanetria. He's in a hurry to leave that house because you know what, guess what? Ne papa ne maami awade enya kono saa to pentem afrifie ho you obohu se ono so akọware an abuser because okura ya ton wa ma be ma ne dada ye ne your foundation enti pastor patient ye kan otie maami Charlotte ne fiti ase a baby a wo free no hiamu but guess what no feel say ono kura you better off than nikunu no yeah, no more some na me wo me can yes me can't.
Yeah, I've heard her. Yes.
So just imagine say obi a wono no tomboy as people was
South say baby omode asori I'm not going to say ebi omode on asori Ghana asori de asofo ni most ni ya kromfo enye tianya na tia ye ho kai obi ati asori wo Ghana wo ko bokro no akosi dan akotoka akese. That is the main aim of being a pastor in Ghana. So benya car kesi adam. We benya car kesi benya fie. Enti
And
no
your
mu
money
na
na
ya
ebimu.
akromfo. Ebinum
Ebimu.
most no. Eye de akromfo e na omo de eye. Aha. Eno nti no when susu saa se bia se omo atimi asidan bi. Se ono awo ne car wa amanna dwene mu da. Enti awade na afofo no. So odwin say
Aha.
be na pastor
Aha.
and I'm more bedru baby or more drew no. So they say, and it's
Aha.
protecting that marriage, you know, no are protecting the
Aha.
possessions away and freeness. It's simple.
Wahu. Aso
Mm.
mame, sa ideology na me pese me kire wo se, sa na wo bi nso, se nye ni kunu e na ba se yi adom nyame, e de ne American lottery, amana bedi Canada, America. E na wayi ne yire efri nkaru ana. E de na betina brochira sa wo ba no so wonya ni kunu na. E na ebetimi atwe ase trede e wo Virginia abonten so. Ama ye
That
di
is
braces
stupidity
akwahye wachi.
in the highest level.
Also stupidity. Eya saa bia na tie. Sa wahu yegusu a ye kan osof maame Charlotte asemi. Ebetumi abase ne kunu kura betumi aboro no. Na because of said ye weekend obepepa na no abetena ho no atumafo say enyai wo kunu. Enyai no wo kunu bo adwaman ya sister wo kunu started disrespect wa wo hie anu. Enyo ntokwa wo ho.
These are kind of advice that woman give, you know, say, even if some of the pastors now, what they are doing is going the back door. Last time when she was saying something, I'm like, this kind of woman, if the husband says, I want to go through the back door, she will give the back door to the husband to protect the marriage.
Of course, a person protecting marriage, you know. Yeah, can me too wide dreams where as to say, me shake sa table way. Ama obiati as say until say you one kasaube who say I want to change the stethoscope no enya dia ebesi sound say one kasa wa de bia me ka kire nkrofo sabrabo na ye bo ne wadwene mu enti say wadwen no and reform it one February before frobi anhyemu de unim dadaw no and life is evolving. Life is evolving every now and again. Near Messasa. So once the sun will wahu yekita chrono enti emra ye kan nyina nam de chrono to ho. Bible say children of Issachar knew the time. They knew the time they were in. Na me bisao year 20th century 2021 if we do we know the time? Do we even know the time and season we are in? No, but we need to be sensitive and know that life is evolving. Ultimately, now ABC the Musa thinking say it is okay, and you're okay, sir. But say you bet me change this narrative now. I just say yeah won't my you won't my way no. You start to catch that you must be confident in these things. You who did you who tum and son wakoka I do. Fabribi bra kono so na mo be me be amu kwasia. You who tum suade na wa adwene mu no na wo bi amfa asukwa meda ne wo chenchena. Because sabe se woni matro ni makenkan enko akiri a ebedu ba bi be fa ne saa. Influence outside said the awade achievement no eno na woni obi kura nya ntokwa obi timi de awo ene awade atwa wo mpoa na so wadwene mu do na wadwene mu do wonim say bibia will happen at its own time. Even when you marry late krana you will, because what to obo aseno no sometimes you get your choice. So what choice nyama ya eno nche say you are a failure. Maka kire me maba me say wotru baby na bribi wo ho a wo pe na enyama ya you have not failed. At least try. O try na ma keep on trying, keep pushing. Eye virtue bi a eni book mu enye bribi a ya manual a wo kenkan na emom eye abrabo no da ne da de wo bo na wo de hye wo mamu no. Maybe so abrochilefo, how many of us have add value to our life so that we can impart something to our girl child? How many of us, even the male child, are a low self-esteem? Diana yen party, Emma yen mano. Diana pana yen party. I am sorry, but when it comes to these things, they be a Mikasa foundation. You go so foundation. Diana mean party. Well, even if you go so maybe the 17th, start somewhere. Change it. Start to say we will make changes. And it will pay off. It will pay off one of these days.
But the children are learning from the way we are living in our home, our behavior, the way we talk to our friends. I will. They
Parents
won't
didn't
say
change.
though. Only few people will listen to messages like this because you know back to fear. You only are to baby. I will be at them. Tiakran. The only move African for one is African for the. We talk so loud and we insult and no
Say idea.
education.
I will for no 88 years same way. Yeah, and no they change in the bebano. But guess what? They don't like it.
Yeah, and they are
Now
not
one I
ready.
think
If
so.
they are
They meant
not
to
ready
me
for
for so
change,
on farmer me share with him.
yeah, they are not ready.
Also.
I think they don't. They also don't understand how
Obey the
education
understanding.
in every
Mo
form.
kramu ametitu we kramu you too posh for her. After who no pen and buafu. Why?
And you're
Because
too
he
posh.
wished.
When you're too prideful.
Yeah, I say yeah no mu ye ni mu nyansa.
Arrogant.
Enya social media me buy crank am nim say wo camera fo kra ho ye obi e. Enya social media kam nim say Ghana fo wo camera fo kra ho ye obi e. Wo nwen say de obi dwen kra na wotimi fa ho tan. Wo wo wadwen kire a you become the enemy. Enya social media kam nim. Wow, and it's all because intiasia won intia. But listen, guess what? The more we are talking, the American said just a handful of you are doing the right thing. Keep doing it. You'll be surprised. You'll be amazed that but you never know. See the back could be better baby. Once one person start doing differently, you know, it will change. The change will come. I'm telling you. Yabeba.
There are places
Yeah, that is true. That is so true.
There's been
Thank
a
you,
lot of
Awo.
comments and so. Okay,
Yeah, now I draw Dossi pull down syndrome, liars, home breakers, manipulation, dishonesty, concern police tactics for destroyers, foolishness, rejoices when someone is in despair, kindness has disappeared, putting more gas into the fire. The echoes one, and I'll say, Pastor P, a lot of people speak with no emotional intelligence or have the slightest idea of the real story. Yeah, the big crack can create a different story. No, the majority of our society communities are reactive and respond to problems, tragedies when it happens with passion. But after some time, have amnesia and life must go on with no lesson learned from it. Pretense,
That is true.
fake emotions for negative attention, dysfunctional behaviors. Anyone know? And Sister says it is a sad state of affairs when a man kills his wife. Love does not kill. There are underlying causes that lead to all these acts that should not be missed. It is too late to address the issue when the woman is late so and so. That's it right there. What can I say?
Me da say William Mbacho Bibi Williams the odin post to so
yeah.
It's a start to say this, but let me tell you, there's a lot of when somebody is in an abusive relationship, yeah, it takes a lot of gas. It takes a lot of effort. And for somebody who's been a counselor and mommy patient, you might have a church member who is in an abusive relationship. This thing you need to deal with it very tactically, because the person who is in an abusive relationship now, you're manipulating so much so say. Even when you go and take him out of that place, one day, yeah, he will go back. Money Benny bridges now a year of help in free no isolating.
Yeah.
So what you see? Sometimes it's not like there is no help or people are not reaching out.
Maria.
Yes.
Sister,
yes.
Pastor P said, I don't know, as of my many. As of I have to ask you. I didn't think I'm more preachy. Now I'm more church. They are more.
Me couldn't yourself for me to bench so to say, oh, I mean, yeah.
No, I did not correct. But you so can not much because a Holy Spirit, you are not just talking.
Where me mediano. We mediano because me know what a bench so to me mediano na so of mommy patient and want to be resume reasi media me was office yeah then go zoom reasi and yan kurada because unim say oti odo ase a love does not hurt anameboa
Yeah.
odo emma yawudie. Listen, if anything na Bible say odo eya asumdue odo eso abapa odo eya ayemye odo ye piniche odo eye niema bebre tie abusuafo say odo no nipa wahu you throw the word love by entiase. A lot of Africans say I love you, but they don't understand the efficacy of love, the magnitude of love, what it consists with love. We don't know. We just use the word. We don't know what it entails. But until somebody will say I love you, no, one will say, I was said ye to teach our girl child and our boy child. Ye kasi obi your da. And yema is expected of him or her. Aba or do esu. Osfias yes church in a younger age, so that he will not misconstrue fantasies and I say fluctuations as love. And not only the erotic side of love and a pet. Or you are not thinking say obidono. So ya shas yentam ye fras ye kasa e was anyama e yen chere whilst I am mano before they will become teenagers and ya started that already actually one ya started showing what kind of love is appropriate and which one is not and yama e chere se obidowa is expected of the person se menyina se me kwa kofa a life partner because me was suye hunu nti no me was susudua me de hwe odono ansa na mapeke. And now make about foundation, you know. Where we fee, oh papa, and so my men sacred that I'm a well, what is some me? Me who that some papa else on the yerensa and so no what you move be. See me how well who say wo mammy and no papa etna say so yensa eti ho na ye bon komo say all hagen the yere and well who now say what kwadia. One share ya, Obako obi a only affection be a ma obi, but you would think say, and a 6-pack and an armor fall in love into your door. And I say, ne see a white or slan is slimujere. And now brano, or taught take away mammy D into your dummy. Guess what? You are wrong, my darling. Guess what? It is not 6-pack you go chop. Guess what? And yeah, sister Netona, yet is a Coca-Cola shape, no body, no, and yeah, no, na ubedi. Because there's more to love than that. Ain't me sre? Se, me go so advocate, me go so ka. Me, nyame ya madaroma platform or dia mame, ene minya kwenya eko kasa, ewo memu, ene adia. Me catch there one stage, there one mama, what is love? Ubaya then watch that, just a woman, I mean, who was sad the bino. Don't feed the lies you were fed. Teach your child. You, the parent, might be in a wrong relationship, but try telling your kid to say, I've made my own mistakes. I don't want you to repeat it. How do I do that? I have learned a lot. My daughter, don't make the same mistake I made. But guess what? No. Ghana for katasumu mwasuni yankwasi yasem. Awadiye nenye. Enkoyi. Mami ya bro no fomfram enso ye ba nipa mu a Mr and Mrs ni ye twa ntoma kro ne abasore ne ye dad de nipa or ye elder or ye sofo fie nye sofo ne baba you na wasi so no ye petre na asa asore ne mfa ne ho no ye all to the fact to stay ne fie ho no ne baba ne hwe ne papa abrabo ne mami abrabo a mo eduru kwasi da on pese om ye say ye I love you with the love of the Lord no you say na wo fo boa
fake home
ye fake. Yes, is no who say crofo kasa asofo ma emanye. There be young kwalani who will fear any different from what they see outside behind the pulpit. And then the mom kwalana so ye ding. Make us a non say will be an basu or din be the fact to say, but a kwalabi or one so he just rebelled that you are a pastor. He doesn't like the fact that a father is a pastor and is threat or something, no so. But the American say sometimes, you know, Sanya be it may edeba. Mama Yensuya says, sister, yeah, about or don't want to me anyhow. You bet you yama your manatiasiano. And your Sunday school teacher, Juma. And then your school teacher, Obani school teacher, Juma. And you the onus is on you as a parent. And if you want to change the narrative, it must start from our home. Yeah, just say, sorry, I was say a Sunday school teacher, and also for one was say, mommy, Debbie, guess what? It's your job. As a parent, it's your job. And no one some na mene woka. Obiafo say you will be a juma. And for the church, they are just as a complimentary bibia. It was some yet boa youth no ya sorry. A complimentary. But the akanina was said here, and this is someone who is sitting in the pew telling you this. I'm not defending the pastors, but what I'm saying is they have something to do. You also, as a parent, have your own job to do. And yeah, sorry, there was a yaman. And so castle Holy Spirit, sister, one kind of Bible and the casa and say we are child. Now, unim do nyamia some ka a word dohwa. Ye kita smartphones, but we are not smart. And ye can or don't want we are not even obi wa or near Nigerian class or besha dear or do eka. What is expected of me? How do I show love? What does it mean to be loved? Or on Google Crash. And so I got to iPhone Pro. And your business no day ya Ghana ho. And your bribia what they say it was so be who say iPhone Pro buy and what to be. Sister, we are mobile. What for Brazilian hair? £600 and now $600. And so nyansa $100 in you. Are you not sick? You are sick. You are sick.
Patramenka message comments. You see some parents actually instill values in their children as they grow. It is not always negative environment that children grow in. Despite popular belief, marriages do flourish in the right environment.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Marriage will flourish in the right environment. Why not? It is the two people deciding to live right with each other. Yes.
Before you continue, the last question, Ebana, like as you comment, add it to that, and so and this is from the last paragraph on the side. I'll say there's a dependable and reliable God who never fails or falters. He is the solid rock and stands firm on his word. He knows you, for he has inscribed you on the palm of his hand. Take heart, he's watching over you. But most of the time, we become bitter because we feel, say, if God knows me or loves me, he wouldn't allow something to happen to me. And like as you comment, I want you to tell us something about that, or what they should feel, or what it is that God actually feels about us when we get into those situations.
Let believers understand that Ubejinya media non just all your problem free. It is wrong notions for people to think, say, Nyamesum a brodo finfini, a butter bread in finfini, I may wire media. No, that easier. No. This is where it is all wrong. One who say 90s now, name it, claim it, take it. And Chidam Crawford and Nyamesum pa. Because a man Crawford and ya tenacity. To say the 80s and the 70s, Nipa 80 ahokeka and yahoto so when yamimu, even in spite of hardship. But a true 90s now a Christo sumna kwakoye, name it, claim it, take it. Obinya Jumada. No, sisi kebia beton account to more a chrono fakwa bank, no.
I want me try no kakra pacho na so for or Robbie World Bank in the middle of the night. Better na what to me and you when you're me.
Also for no your crown for. So for now was so called Robo World Bank isika. And the other two account to one adwa wadano is an armed robber. Where in the Bible, let me tell you that Bible says okron for no or before no buy say obekum na wa. It is to be sorry na do World Bank isika beto account to one your chrono de sanfako. Go and give it back. Me worry me one of the things a strike a code up to date. They be meka and ya this same we are bay and am de ba betwam. Me kunu and bi. Sika bia me de man and note na me de man no. Sika na di be 3 ma me ka so on fan to ho ma me note na me de man no the same particular note and o de bre me manti ade na seda enti na ba for me enye se manti ase ba it's like exact way I made the man one and you know why I know say the same note no and no friend me try no say you say obi e wo integrity integrity ne say one mommy $80 and £80 let me use my currency £80 some fan to home exact note now what the man no and no one na me de bre onye de medi na me di ahyem se me di na me di hyem na me de brewa e wo se me ka kire wo say wo 80 no medi we de me koyi manti ase da ono akasa hu se my confused enti di be some days no frɛ me tena ho e na wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu say yesi obi e wo nukuradi ne say exact ade a me de ma wo no enye de wa di afra wo sika mu a wadi me bisa wakoyi foforo de abre me na mum de me de ma wo se de me de ma wo no sa na wo de abre me that was the first because all along no mama £80 na me beje na mama £80 I say it's all right
yeah
I don't see anything wrong with that it is not a big deal but as meaning na abrabo ne kɔ nanim na meti nyame som paase no na me ti ade na oyeye na say guess what my husband enye sorry so much. Do you know that principle where he got it from? A father who has been a king before, what na ahemfie atetete someone nkrofo de ba ohene ne fie ho ene niam a emaye bu nkrofo fo eno de bi eto ne ho me be sha ho se Christofo dodo sen yanya yesi ye cartons dodo sen ena me ba ati ya $80 na me de man no eno a currency na me de man no that exact amount and I say currency na me de man no so fan to ho no ano de bebre me o ma yanka no kore eso ni de what na wiase ono wan sha me kudu be ka kire wan ko Sunday school wo mo fie no na ya ahemfo nti akonfo ye pa obi akobisa na asem a ye kofra akonfo ayi akodwa no ho konfo ayi sumankwa ahene ene ye kofra de ba wo hu ono wo wiase no wo hu adwen a ewo ni tirim e free sa ada no ena ma adwen exercise ye ka se obi ewo nukuredi a it taught me a lot of things it was deep a simple gesture but that thing actually made me begin to think in a different dimension. Why did I bring this out? Yemu bebre wo hwa ye nukuredie e wo fom de enti a nukuredie wo fom ne say ebi wo hwa ye timi kotutu anoma ho ne de abekire nyame abrante ye wuhia no unyame som say o ko to nipa na mane hu wadagyamu no ahye ayi ayfro ayi achichiri wanim say wo ye virgin ohun wadagyamu da eno oba ba ware o bra yusu wa hwetemu a we use engineer wonim in and out oba ba dada wonyame asore ese wo ye virgin enti na wo yi veil no ena oyi wo hataso sister why na wo dada no enti problem start say eba wo counseling no kra ye se bra no counseling no kra won tre wo ho nko papa and a journey you are going for a lifetime. Of course, 6 weeks of counseling. Your mom was 6 months. How many times do you go in it? A journey you are going for a lifetime. Counseling, no crowd you call how many times? Once a week for 3 months was a 6 months counseling. How many times now call womb? How would they call the rest of your life journey? So the capture me saying I should know. You are not living right. You want God to be accountable. You didn't live right with God. And wahu inti bebre dia dwaman eti asore dem. Our boyfriend say abom pa ye say nyame mani kunu which kunu boyim that did you want? Debut. Wo ankasa okwa aprodo. O girlfriend when you say obi ne na wo baako. Wo sister no wo mpe no. Wasan bet na asore dem say wo peyire. Na opese oba ben ene yemfa ne ma oba obi nso adwatamu a na won so benya said the adechen ye no adesan ye sa na adechen ye when it goes wrong When it goes wrong, and then you come back and you say, "Ah, then I menya amaniye and a wine." Debi, nyame oye nyame nyansafo. E to obi wo ho a yenya yetimi ye niema wosumase. Like people will say, "Kama, wo si sui, oni obi kunu atwempena, atwetwe na na so wa be hu nyame." Na we no obi du kunu achi a wo se yenye den. Afa ni akobo tons akese. Remember, uko secondary school. Secondary school na wo dwane free school. Ekosia papa na oba yie wo school mu ho. Ene na ekotena bia ba. Na wo obi edu kunu kakra wo se de yen. O se yenye den. Yem pa nyame chew. Wahu, etisi ye saa niema yi. Na ye beji nyame di ni ye feel say Christosum ye brodo fi fiache. Christosum ye easy anko bi ababiu. Enye easy saa. Eniema bebre kura nkrofo bi a e wo say ye jeje mu. When we come under the cross, we must let it go. And remember, me de bia meka me no kore. And me no kore ya ba akopɛ. De bia me wo mama ayo me ka kire me mama say nyame adomo okwamo nnemo. Mo nti obi nten. Enti odia ne se ubesua ade. Afenyi so pebribi bo wo ntoma no na no de wo tirim me wudi wugya hokora abusuani bia ntoma nye. Me do abetena brochire se me kosi dan na sebe tie na abusuani beji a unyansa wo tirimu a wonso pen be kasa mo ato dan ni bi. Me de saniema we hye wutirimu. Me de saniema we hye wutirimu. Enya aduane no anko a because se wo sika aduane no betena wo fie na huba fo de aba. O frɛ anti-Shaila kitchen. Yeah, the beba. Okay, Canada, yeah, the beba.
Coming right up.
Yeah.
Uber eat was a dear ben. Dear na won't me order. Now, mum, so pen cat, no commodore, now your minor jobs. Uber quiet to over our shift, a baby, now one answer one word, your name, now we're cleaning because we see cash. We order budget for the month and so. Because when you na me no could when you na chere me ma. Na ma me ba enya informed decision when it's doing something. Osua de a me de sa niema na ihye ni mu. Edu ba bi na de sua na ye den. Me ba etie oni tire te say other kids a me ka chere me ma say enya hwe bo ho moden wo de ka ho hye me awani aha na me de sa niema nti odu abrabo mu na me ni ho na abrabo mu aye den a ehu hia so be wro ne dross. Me buy you so confident to say to your flat cry na or your flat cry be athletic because there's a lot of sexy thing and a lot of things you can do to yourself. You don't need to do plastic surgery to prove would you hoodie. Wahu ye bribi a would show bettering because abraboni ye bo wotrim. One fast an ye man show bettering now banning now when you answer when you grind tia bruchra sister or quasi be best say Obama. Then the bedroom baby. Now one in a more pempai bonny a catcher and say a branch and bo was at na home because I say abrabona bwetiano. A bwetiao. But braboni to me montia because of age. Age is not a barrier. Yeah, you know, yet social media give auntie 47 was a 48 and sana war worry. 59 and sana war. It's DN and a yet demon yame. Dear pan a yet demon yame. Who said that if I add value to my life, the right person will not come? Of course. And you know what? Ayana ye can't give the auntie Diana. What British boy uni value and kobabe found. Na you no. Okay, or you British me. He was born in UK. Ain't no bag Ghana na yebe seen him. The Gifty was not adding value and call wareno. He was going to marry a whole institution. If that boy is not confident enough, what was a Ghana for men? They were there. They couldn't face that young lady. I'm going to face a Gifty. I'm a British boy, yeah. Or no, because or a guy. But now you take a master's, PhD at a younger age, and what is your case? So what you see? Ain't mekane say a young woman yesu so be a dishen yame. Ebi wo hokra God does not even ade na wo pese uchinchim nyame nsama nyame ye no. Onim we ho fare bai. One like I set a lot of examples. Wa kofa aba. Hwo ho. Mo ma ye fa bibia nhe nyame saa. Na nyame ebi wo kra abonsam kra Ghana for say abonsam kra so ni mu address. Boni ni bi wo ha mudi abonsam say I have nothing me ni mu asem. Ah.
Oh, thank you. I remember saying Abraboni Ebu.
Good.
So yeah, yeah, thank you very much. Auntie, yeah, commercial break and then we'll round up.
Okay, remember. Commercial break no pon me hoso. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Auntie I'm patrol answer near Beshas, you know the next one bebano. Wait there, this one goes to all the panels, yeah? Also my patient to draw.
Oh.
Me wa how?
Also my patient don't know baby you free banning the ABI. How many of us will be very honest with our girl child or our male kids and say, oh, I did something wrong in my youthful days. It was wrong. We own up to it.
Yes.
And tell them the truth so that Oba will not fall a victim to the same traps.
Yeah.
Because it comes in different forms. How many of us?
All of us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because my children, I talk to them. I see. I think because of what I do with children, me a bass in class, I need break or me never and that's how it should be.
Yes.
So be a na me mano minimum be a class or yeah me don't cause come here me on matana. Yeah, they do not see your be a me puna messy fem. No more as about here there. I but you know you don't have to talk to mom like that. You have to learn how to talk to woman. I'm training them for it. So the corner some here me say no you the billion no here me say you can't scream. You know how to talk to me. Into your training and we our generation will be better and I believe it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was here for not yet can't wait, no. I just want us to go a bit deeper because for instance, let me tell you one thing so that you people will laugh about it. Me bag your opinion. Me then buy he was struggling with math and I nearly a kakakre binanka me ba be catch and so utia wudodo then and I'm between break. And I'm soon in bibi. Mimi say me na me school na ma na me shada nyade as a misua kucha. But na me nye unse bi mo ho me brain was math. When it comes to English literature, I can write a lot. Make sure pa. But math bibi calculation, I have to take my time to study it. Me who said me ba girl no was struggling. At a point, I nearly once I watch that na you're frustrated.
Yeah.
I nearly said then in the midst of my frustration, between break. And today, if somebody is listening to me, Mama yan kan ye nokre and be honest with ourselves. Sadly, we are me but guess what? My husband she knows hey. One cash, but I say nkwala ni kowie na ka menini mienu no and was abna why ade papa because a yedin. And both of us have tried try everything was not working not until I think say Mary and that time but Mary beso what I realized na say we were putting a lot of pressure on the girl because we thought he have to recuperate very quickly. What we didn't know is we were not adding professional touch to it. One say a teacher for one to was they can use other different methods. We were doing it the way we know, and there was too much pressure on the girl. And then me can't say this confident talk that we are talking about. I just have that conversation once with my daughter, and it has paid off. And so Wa wunim say kusi so no na ho ohene kakra na me masemi nka aya ne kakra akra adom agyew. Be sincere,
Right.
be truthful. Catch wo ba ne say I have can onokre any mistakes you wish that you could not have done. And no before bebre ni mo ye. Before bebre ni mo ye.
Yeah, good
Mama
to
yen kasa nokre no. Na you have no idea. And this one, I am telling you from my own experience. Me baba, this Saturday said something very profound. Or see, if I don't, and Mother's Day will UK, and Mother's Day will UK. And I all catch them say, Mom, I will not trade you for anybody else. The reason is because you are too open to me. I can come to you with everything.
Yep.
And guess what?
we know, we don't know.
And yeah, maybe if you baby, but my starting in dim komobi. You know, me come no crash no. I'm a who says anety. How many of us? Asem ya make catch on me, menya na sa misua. And to not let anybody sit there and say, oh, I don't come from that background. Me, na me catch you say me guminsa. Na me de me ho sa na mabonten. Obi hunu and the chere me. Said your begu ne nsa niema e wo se wo ye and sa niema obi hu my school mother. Eti abusiafo ye ka we nyina no moma ye nka ye nokore. Don't let us feed the lies our parents feed us to our generation. Let us do something different.
Yes.
So that is where we'll be owning on our truth. That is where we start changing the stethoscope. That is when we will be empowering our girl child and our boy child. And now for your papa no mema obi ya was menkasa oba no yiri ontu adua na oba be ma eyi mo keka na watimi ne ompe ma me ne biom kra when your son is getting to the puberty age. Talk to your boy's son. Speak to him. Tell him a lot of things you've done that you are not proud, so that your child will be cautious when it gets to that age. Mama ye mema no nka won no kore. Mema ye Ghana for mema na before mema nyade e wo sa de no. Obroni a or the back of fishing. Ye activities together. Their mean time. A lot of Ghanaians don't have mean time for their boy child.
No.
So they don't actually even know how to come from boy. Debbie. And yeah, to miss out.
Asemi awo kind is a very big topic. Esi ye disi ho ne ye ka ho asemi ye pa because ehia. O ka no gina na medwere ho ehia parent. I think say anti ya mo ntonto ho. Ene sisa ya roso mo ntonto ho na ye mpeda ko na ye ka ho because if we want to build our girl child, our boy child, it's a sesa ade we ye ka ho asempa because I will kind me copy me nkwada brim me come ma me ne me papa said me come ya me die because me die what me ka bibi a kire me because you're so open to her. We talk about everything when I'm around on any number for she's always in a meeting. Even make her say me she baby one also in a meeting on any omu meeting. They can talk about everything and number four no Santa omu bisa mema or number four mema baby or she then man for which is the same thing and I'm here. Me go can say no to say and I say but the way so much woman come on almost your homework. But omutimi kansem omutimi beka gay asem I don't care mun kam gay asem omo na fofo ni bi ye gay you know eno nje say me ba ma training no jo no nje say onu su kwakwa ebi but obebi sa me say mommy you don't okay say before be ye gay adam for me say oh it's okay say you know nya na nanti ana so you know and on time ni pa no ya bia na ho he nti I'm okay with it. It's okay with Adam for no mo nyina mo ye namfo mo okuo kesie bi mo nya one ne kwa ne kosu when ne kosu kra I don't care one time odo obi no mo be ye project or say met me the ba ko ye gay but we don't really know obetima ba fia ha odwen say me ye sofo nti I won't allow ni pastor man be oh yeah obetima the number it's okay I'm okay with it thank you mommy thought I say so ka tell na for one say me mommy is different thing. The number 4 is the whole more around America hanging because of new cloning woman. But omunina pemasem. Omunina parents so see as a PA. Ubehu. Omaka say, dearest mommies, I'm a friend. Because I'm about to catch on dearest mom is an offer. And the book crammy
Because
no more kabibi. Or say, my mom heard everything that is book and I'm take. And so when him say, I'm not going to judge them, say, put the phone down. Say, what are you talking about? Like the mama mote. So do you know what the case almost asking? Almost say, how say, oh, mama tessa? Oh, mama, you're so for. Why so tessa? And when they are going through something that they come to her, hey, or because of her girlfriend. Ne hɔ ne yɛbɛba ɔwɔ school ɔyɛ peer mediator from middle school nkurɔfoɔ boyfriend ne adeɛ sɛ ɔno na ɔdi asɛm no wɔ school nso ɔno ɔte hɔ obisa me sɛ nti time bɔkɔ college anaa na obɛtumi afɔ nam sɛ okay gye sɛ mbɔ ho mpa yɛ ansa wate asɛ ɔka kyerɛ ne nanfofoɔ no sɛ ɔmu bisa ne sɛ no wɔnkyerɛ wɔ mo one time I think sɛ wanka kyerɛ sɛ ade ɔyɛ psychic na ɔsi no ne maame ɛyɛ sɔfo nti no onu so timi hu ade kakra because the obeka achiro mu bia no na abem ma direction na e sa pepepe enti ya no wo nte ase you see and one time she told me travel me be call baby and was oh we there I'm 17 now I can bring some ukwa na do bia be fi ha na abeda ha afi na me ne de yes de and me say nka me ku I say, Mommy, do you think I'm so stupid to do that? So I say, come in your free on to me in cancer, but you can she will never do that. Mm-hmm. But for Candia yesterday, yeah, and and come in your free so to me in cancer, I crawl by and go back on cancer. We supposed to be close with your man. No more timaka bibia kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɔkɔfa boyfriend na ɔbɛka kyerɛ me sɛ oh medi 19 20 me pɛ sɛ mefa boyfriend is it okay oba we bisa me sɛ nipa korɔ no ɛyɛ okay because ɔno kora na nafofoɔ no ɔmo fa girlfriend so ɔmo no ɔmo kasa kwa no kora na ɔmo bebisa wɔn no ɛna ɔmo bisa ne sɛ ɛyɛ okay sɛ saa yɛ pɛ sɛ yɛfa we girlfriend ɔmo de picture na bɛkyerɛ no we ɔyɛ okay ɛda no me sɛ ɔka sɛ me maame ne behu because of no the man advice where you no you can ask my mom. I can give you. I was gonna ask her if she can talk to you if you're okay. And almost said there be or no ni misa no or me can share and that is how it is when you say want me of maybe an answer and enough for no crown. They shouldn't be dating obiasa and she always advising the even if you date in Pokrana, be careful saying in your baby because you're training with fear. I'm gonna who say yes, you're okay to date. Maybe this 17, I'm dating. Ain't you okay to date? But once somebody almost on my uncle, I didn't any and that is we're supposed to be close with our children so that they say yet me no makasa no confide in us. And yes, I will lose one. You will lose them.
Yes.
Okay.
But who says that draw better or I draw no?
Adwa we there wrap up in a over.
Don't worry, and I was caught up with so much work and a lot of other things in and I'm actually if you want to the me and not commenting and I was doing multiple things at the same time. Now what to say? Knowledge pen it says sometimes no crampono I me I don't know, it's like one wisdom after another. That is really awesome. It's here for me na me patro asema I want pastor patience kind me pese me di bibi kitwa bi so say yeme ma no ne mba ni nyina no see a team build a close relationship with our children. And I think some of the ways we can do that, and they say at times we need to take time to watch their shows with them, get to know where their mind is. Even when playing certain games now, it's not our department, but actually give yourself some time to see, to make sure that you know what they watching and what they doing, what type of game they playing. Because some of our kids, they are very knowledgeable. They know when to play certain things and when not to do certain things. So it's a whole lot. Any man money being so no. Almost from mad because they don't know themselves. Because they were on expressing emotions and everything that they're able to do now. Or no cramp on to certify and for. Into a then what me at the bad year. Say last month na me 10-year-old girl no me chere no send obu obu ni nsa nti no say bi ohun bibi say ya so ka chem because ni mpokua na sha ase eba enti me ka chere no no na o si yo wate media without my knowledge, not knowing say this girl went on the internet and type in monthly and to research about it. Yeah. And then after she researched and she learned it, she first watched the ones who normally experience cramps. So it kind of like scared her a little bit. So she came to talk to me about it. And I only experienced that once when I turned 17. So I shared my experience with her and I had to explain to her the difference that it's not everybody that gets that. But if that happens now, there are ways and means now we can go about it to relieve her of any pain. Yeah, so because she was like, and I don't want to have it, I was like, we don't have a choice as women. So I have to like break it down. And she's 10, and I wasn't expecting her to go on the internet to research. So we also need to be mindful and open mind that our kids, when we speak to them, we have to speak the truth because some of our kids, they are very intelligent.
Yes.
So they will go beyond to make sure to find out if their parents are speaking the truth to them. And you don't want your child to not trust you at that young age.
That's true. Thank you.
True.
That's so true. And you kind of say, no, you copy this business of being free. I draw say watch shows with them. Now, Missy, maybe they come here in their 20s. In Mondays, you chimia, you share bachelor, the bachelor was one why. Wednesday, I share married at first sight. At least there should be something that you do together.
That's right. Family time.
Yeah, but we are not just say we are, some of us are still stuck in the mode of we don't develop these things, but because if you have the mindset say it's not just about you, but what they won't call our hand, they also have a future. You need to be able to help them so that they can make it. But if you leave everything to chance, dear nature say and
So sister ya omo kan ya mfa ntetem ne mepanistaafo no omo nye omo adi so mbesua de omo so want the most no because bibi on be bi enkoye mo no de ahye omo fie ba ifu na ba ifu bi ni ho ye no no ana oye ne ho.
Yeah, Pacho, Braba could the point Bishop, so na main kind, it was very
Oh
or
wow.
say or Saji say we may pride ourselves on being real when we express our honest opinion about what's wrong with someone or become rageful. But this doesn't really qualify as authentic communication. Attacking, judging, and blaming others is far from what it means to be real and honest. Thank you so much for those
Yes,
points.
yes.
You have hit it right there. You have to examine yourself first. It's not just going around talking or attacking people for their behaviors. You need to see that you're on the right path yourself and doing what is, who said
Don't go about like don't go about telling people to sit
yes.
there and accept their cheating habits.
So I will say thank you.
Thank
And
you, sister. But we need a lot
uh-huh.
of open mind men like Osaje because
Yes,
we have a lot of men who refuse to learn or learn something new or learn anything at all because they are stuck in their
I
own
said no.
They
circle.
are in your
Other
mode.
one.
Where
You
there?
see the problem. You see the problem I've been talking about. They said our men are men. Yeah, men money the yeah, men. If a man you come out and talk, well, your baba no casanom. So those things we have to stop. We have to stop.
Yes.
Our men are sick, and it's about time they also get up and start talking. They should come out and talk. They should also come and we should see some men also sitting somewhere and talking about what will help? What will prompt you for you to be beating your wife or whatsoever? Let's see if what is it that is coming out from their mind. But these are the things our men will not talk about. But put a sit there and say, okay, I'm waiting for somebody to come and tell me how to do it. And that's when they will run and go sit there talking about do it this way, do it that way. But the main problem here is it takes two people to have a relationship. So if one is not going well, definitely the other one is also not going. It's about time we allow our men should also start talking. They should come and talk for us to know what.
They'll tell you
It's
they
not
don't
like
want
they
to.
should go and cheat and come back once we pamper them. They should also come and tell us the reason why they keep
I know they'll be
cheating.
in a car, yo.
But
Pastor P. Pastor
we have.
not Pastor Pacho, Yama Pastor P. Can't no or make a comment. You'll be about so
Sorry,
wrap
I
up.
got it.
Pastor P. Pacho,
They're not making it. Sister Joa make a very good statement. To be say yen share, ye man on ye ma or share, which is very very important. And yes, on can say sister ya sister Joa say a writer. Now on can say ye no woman share the mum. But yen share near ma or more than things that they watch.
Oh no, sometimes spending time with them to watch their shows with them at times, because I don't help it to build some close relationship with them, because they will be more freely to come to you, to talk to you, because who say
It's so no.
yeah, and the to say may 12-year-old 10 yeah parental control to be a site to be on back idea piano. The for the it asks for a password. Pin. And without that, they can access it. Into normal and you may be a go through everything to make sure say baby uncle baby any and we had a conversation with them. They know say they're going to lose their privilege if they go to any site that they're not supposed to go to.
Thank you.
You welcome.
Now, no because and then they are very, very smart. So the sister Joa can say ne ba no catch na no call research no call your Google Classroom. And no call Google ye no akosua na ade ho. Nti no we should also say the sister Ajoa de ya to ne mana yi so parental control TV nyina na ade atoto so. Yes, because any ma bone koso pa Asia ye ma no. Ubetima pete wo ba de ye kan nyina awo be kan bebrebe ubetiti akra ne in the right way, but TV any internet better no ama because they believe more
of what they
emotion any the psychologically no the obi sha de wa bontene or gidi more chen de wa wo ben no and you know what their peers are doing out there, what the society is telling them no and that era na ye wo mu no Sunny they know the season and the time. We should have to know the seasons and the time. This season, internet season. And yes, I see you didn't to in crano gadgets ne kro so any TV ni na say the sister Joa kan ye timi share say ha no mo share we ha, and the most importantly bonding no show interest him. Yes, I will no show no now phone crowd now answer course now for show no be no of another gadget one chain now will show me show no now near crown divided attention crown no dear he cry obaka ne hu hia enti ni book be full ba on can show that is even an insult to them. You don't have time for them. Unanka ukunu ye was asanka enyo de. Enti why do you have to do that to your kids? Because so ya krana. Enti no yen settle time all the time yen interest ni ebi so mo question. Na wo no mo e shade ni nyina na wo so ka bi. Say why say yo just say usu ba ya akwara anya wo panimu na ne da form ho na nyina mo do ki. Well, now you're ponko. No, yes,
Yo, any amount for TF and we've said a lot. Will be comment. Okay. I know can't say you see and them to my share another that. We're just wrapping up. Nadia, you can't be brave, but we hope say you've taken something from it. It's about being real, having authentic relationships. Fake niemano, enimwa. You have to be real and honest with yourself. You know, your life. Know that you are leading. You are not leading for anybody but for yourself. And if you are somebody who thinks you should be pleasing people or doing things, you are not meeting other people's expectations instead of living your own life. You are doing a harm to yourself because you will never be happy. And you need to accept yourself as you are and where you are in your journey and live your truth. There are children who are watching you and they are learning from you. It's not always about you, it's about the younger generation. So we need to be sure that we are setting a good example. So that's where we'll leave it at. But just on Tuesday, I will be on at 7 Tuesday, that's March 16th, with honesty versus Katasumwe Mwaso. And then on Thursday,
Tuesday. What time, Sister?
7 p.m. my time, Mountain
Your
Standard.
time.
And
Ours will
9.
be now what? 5.
Yours,
The same
yours,
time.
will be, yours will be 9. To be an wakoda.
Hey, Mr. Wesa made a question.
And then on
Oh yeah,
Thursday,
Tuesday I can't come. I have another meeting after prayer line at 9. Yeah, every
okay.
Tuesday.
Sister, I'm back to me. I'm in 1 minute. Okay, to say sister, I'm a joker assembly about a member of the common sample and bar. Say society, no, your class, I mean, say, a master DSC, a bema, yawaria ye. Not realizing, say, our rebe ya, and I'm obani bema ni sunina. Ye man say, a asadia say, bema yawaria ye. But omo yiri no kasachra ma, omuntiesa, so much. Ɛyɛ ketekete bi na ɛda wɔn tiri mu na wɔn adwene no mu mmie yie no ebinom mesi ebinom wɔn nsɛm hu na ɛwɔ wɔn so no basa ɔno no ɔbaa na ɔso ɔwɔ nyansa yɛ sɛ ɔyɛ na wawie yie no sɛ ɔbaa no kɔka n'asɛm na sa nkɔ yie ama no antɔ n'asom yie a na ɔto ne nsa bɔ no yɛn nyinaa anim sɛ mmarima a wɔto wɔn nsa bɔ mmaa no wɔn yɛ coward. They are weak. They are very insecure.
Self-esteem.
And so many other things. Ain't you know to say, and no more ye bully no, so I'm no me abusive no. So what to is about no bet me in sa every time in the back up, obey jai sad and holding them
Yes, thank you. So back to the, and back to the, like I've been saying this for a few weeks now. I said when I was in the Christian women blogs, I would post things and they would comment on my posts. And then I would also comment on theirs. On some particular days of the week or once a month or whatever it was, they would say everybody should put their page links in and we go around and we comment. So if you go to my page, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart, there's reviews there. Brofo natural reviews, no. Before said crying. I've been saying this for a month now and nobody, nothing. Like it's interesting when you throw things out, people will comment on it, but mainly no. Abrofo comment. Before one comment, I can sit and say I'm boosting a page or doing something. You see so many people looking at it, but the same number of comments that were on when I did it is what is on there. We have to get into the art of, when we started the program, I was reading about encouragement. You encourage people in little ways. And, you know, if we are trying to change ourselves, these are some of the little things that we need to learn and become good at. And, you know, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Sister Awo, Pastor P, Bye Adwa, Amajo, and Aya Russell, Nanako say, Osaji, Message, Mamle. I hope I haven't missed anybody. If there's anybody I've missed, thank you so much for coming on. Take care.
Take care, sir.
Pastor P, thank you, Medasi P.
I'm sure maybe I'm enjoying.
Pacho, who can review no?
Aye.
Debbie, I don't think so.
And I just make cocoa because I always do that. It's one of the things I'm a yama will be you don't have
I know you do that.
I will go and write my review.
Thank you. I just found it funny that I've talked and I've said it. I think so for the last 5 weeks we've said it, but still nobody.
I think
but yeah.
Maybe you chose watch and answer your meetings in it also.
Oh, okay,
Ah,
okay. Thank you. Any,
and review your dear Metroma will be
oh,
because
okay.
here sort of say no
Yes.
pushy me
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not funny to say by and
Oh,
say
they do. They
I
do.
was
They do.
talking to somebody today or say yes I'm forcing Crawford to do something.
No, no, no,
You see,
no.
the common and also be movie.
It's we don't know these things and we
Yeah,
have to. It's
you
right
can't
there.
force
Osha,
people to write
yes.
review for you and I
Well,
say
no. Osha a universal cry says home about posts, videos, reviews, and it says one line cry. It's okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Even a big cry, you could have a topic you want people to talk about. If you put it there, it's something that can be considered. So it's ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Pastor P, thank
We'll
you.
talk.
Good night, all of
God
you.
bless you. Good
Yes,
night.
take care. Good night. Bye, guys. See you on Tuesday.